master manifester, manifesting my reality, visualizing it, bringing that reality closer and closer until I am living that reality. I am a master manifester, man, and I love it. And you are a manifester too. Remember the movie The One with Jet Li? One of my favorite movies, man. I made a video like this before, but that was a couple of months ago, so I do the remix right now. Jet Li in The One was going all around a different multiverses, and he was finding his version of himself in that multiverse, and he was whacking himself. And every time he take himself out of one multiverse, he get more powerful. And he did that all throughout the multiverses until he came to Earth. And there was one more that he had to get, and that was the Earth Jet Li, right? That's just how we are. That movie is very important. People focus a lot of their attention and energy on The Matrix. The Matrix is the king of movies concerning this simulation and explaining what's going on. But there's other movies that's out there. And The One with Jet Li is one of those movies. There's a Wormwood out there that's 300 pounds. He like eating chips and ice cream and cookies. He loved drinking wine. That cheap wine, the 300-pound Wormwood loved that. That Wormwood got a different smell. He wear a different size clothes. His hair looks different. It's not as healthy as this Wormwood that's talking to you. You've only seen me. You've never seen the 300-pound Wormwood that I destroyed. He's gone. He's out of here. I destroyed him by starving him. He liked the potato chips. I don't eat the potato chips. He liked being a victim mentality, being depressed. Oh, I'm not a damn victim, and I'm not going to be damn depressed. We two different people. I went to that universe, that multiverse, wherever the hell he was hiding out, and I whacked him by starving him. And it was hard, man. He was kicking and screaming, man. He wanted donuts. He wanted to lay in bed all day. He wanted to smoke weed and watch the Twilight Zone, man. But me, I don't do that. I can't even picture myself doing that. That was like a whole nother person, man. I had to whack him. Get him up out of here. But while I was him, I could see me. He used to visualize about me. That 300-pound Wormwood used to lay in the bed and visualize about me. He used to see my six-pack. I used to come into his mind and say, hey, man, I exist. You see, in my multiverse, it's energetic, man. The women's are attracted to my multiverse, man. The cool guys, the guys with the big muscles and the good jobs and stuff. They attracted to me, man. I need to get into that body. And that Wormwood that was 300 pounds, he used to eat his donuts and feel miserable and think about me. Then all of a sudden, Wormwood got an idea, man. I'm about to do some push-ups and I'm about to run and I'm not about to eat. You see, the 300-pound Wormwood don't like doing push-ups and he don't like running and he like eating whatever he wanted. I don't. So for every mile Wormwood ran, that was another pound of the 300-pound Wormwood disappearing, man. He was disappearing right before my eyes, man. Wormwood face went from a round face with dark marks on it to a chiseled face, man. Looked at like two different people. You see, I got the chiseled face. 300-pound Wormwood, he didn't. And I started coming, I started existing a little more. So my voice started ringing louder and louder in Wormwood's ear. I said, instead of doing 300 push-ups today, Wormwood, do 700 push-ups. So Wormwood did 700 push-ups. And the fat Wormwood, the 300-pound Wormwood, he said, nah, man, don't do it, man. Get back up in bed, Wormwood. You killing me, man. And I said, I know, let's kill him, Wormwood. Just like Jet Li, in order to be powerful, you gotta kill all your old nasty ways, man. So be prepared to get whacked, 300-pound Wormwood. Then all of a sudden, one day, out of the blue, man, I looked in the mirror and it was me. I turned to the side. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, hey, I exist. Shit, look at these obliques. Then I had a vision of the 300-pound Wormwood. Oh, he is so sad. He's so sad. You know, you can't never destroy that energy. It'll never just die. But it's still there, man. Still there, man. I could see him right now. He always whispered to me a little bit. Want Wormwood to eat the donuts and the chips and all that. But you see, my voice is louder inside this body, this temple, whatever you want to call it. I don't like that. I don't like sitting up and laying up and different things like that. But within this same body was an energy that did. It was a miserable, moping energy that didn't attract anything but misery, man. And we whacked him. He got sent to the darkness. We whacked a lot of our negative energies. Just like Jet Li, man. A cigarette smoking Wormwood starved him out. Oh, now that was a hard one, man. The cigarette smoking, semen spilling Wormwood. Oh, man, that's what semen retention is for. To starve it out, man. Starve that part of you out so that the higher you can exist inside your temple, man. Listen, if you're an NPC, you can't do this. I'm sorry. You shouldn't even be watching my videos. You're probably just the monitoring spirit anyway. But even low vibers, man. If you could sit back and you can imagine yourself at the highest version of yourself right now, let's just say in a tuxedo, let's just say your best body inside the best clothes that you can imagine. If you can imagine that right now, that God exists. You see, this Wormwood used to be that guy just inside of the imagination. So if you can imagine yourself with a six-pack and obliques inside of Polo, Gucci, and things like that, then you could get that. But he can't come until you evict the squatters that's already up in your damn temple, man. The body is a temple, man. Some people body is like a rescue mission, a rest haven for demons, man. The Bible even talk about that, man. A demon leave, and then he come back with 7 more of his friends, man, hopping on through the window, coming through the back door, man. His body is a temple, man. You gotta fill it up, and you got all of these different personalities that's positive that you can choose from. That's why you see people that had like 2 lives. This guy was a pimp, and then something happened, and then he turned into a pastor or something. And I'm talking about righteous, like Saul and Paul. One had to die so the other one can exist. I hope you feel what I'm saying, man, because this is what makes you the best version of yourself. You have to visualize yourself. Okay, you could see that. You could see it. Now be it. Be it by starving out the thing that's up in you, man. If it likes chocolate ice cream right before you go to bed, you shouldn't be doing that. Starve it. It's going to hurt, man, because you're literally killing something. I mean, like I said, you can't kill the energy and never die, but it's like you know when the spirit gets up out of you, man. It's miserable. It wanders and wanders and wanders and wanders, man. Nah, I'm choosing what type of energy occupy this body. This is why body game is so important, because body gangs, I apologize. This is why body gangs, having the cleanest temple as possible, is important. Because these angels, these high vibrating energies that the Most High is sending us with these downloads, they don't want to come inside of a dirty house. The more your temple is clean, the more you're going to have the high-ranking visitors. You wouldn't want Farrakhan or some type of high leader to come inside your house and you got bed bugs, roaches, you got cornbread all behind a refrigerator. You want it to look as clean as possible and smell as good as possible so you can attract all of these connections, man. The energies are the connections in the spiritual realm. Like, I got connections. I got the connection. I could just call on some protection right now. You hear what I'm saying? I got protection. My kid's going to get fed. You feel what I'm saying? I can get a loan from the Most High right now. And he don't charge no interest or anything. You feel me? So what am I talking about? The movie The One with Jet Li. It's real. It's how you look at it. But it's real. You got to destroy your old self. When I was a child, I thought as a child, and now I'm a man and I put all of that. It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. But it's a battle that the part that the people hate is fighting, because a lot of people have become domesticated, spiritually domesticated, like a cow versus a bull in the wild, or a pink pig versus a boar. One of them fights, and one of them just get turned into bacon. So spiritually, people don't want that fight, because spiritually we have been domesticated, just turned into bacon, and we accept whatever the programmers throw out. But when you put down them cigarettes. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. The heart that's coming, the anger, the depression, and all of that that's coming, that's gonna go away. But when it comes, all of that is the fight. That's you fighting. What, you scared to fight or something? You old spiritual buster or something? Don't be a spiritual buster, man.